Hello everybody from beautiful Fairy Falls. And before I show you the waterfall, I'll let you know what's going to be in this video today. I am Pete Wyden with the Professional Permaculture Designer, some intrepid hiker behind me. Today we'll be looking at the true path that I've personally found to financial freedom and that others are using as well. And we'll talk about the heart-centered approach to selling authentically, dissolving money worries to reroute your financial destiny, and the importance of and types of personal work that really move the needle for you in your financial life. And I always enjoy being around a swiftly flowing current. When I'm thinking about currency and energy exchange and the flow of money in and out of my life, that's probably a 40, 50 foot drop, beautiful spring, beautiful stream, lots of cool ferns and stuff on that cliff. I'm going to take a seat under this slowly dying red oak tree, which has oak wilt. So here we go. I'm excited for this. This is a cozy spot too. So the true path to financial freedom. So this first piece, this heart-centered approach to selling authentically. Heart-centered authentic sales. And what does that mean exactly? Well, when I talk with a lot of the people I'm working with one-to-one, it's really surprising how many of us see sales as this scenario where we're somehow forcing somebody into a decision or we're pushing them. There's this whole piece of the pushy salesman, like the door-to-door washing machine salesman in the 50s, or somebody, a telemarketer. That's what we think of when we think sales often in our culture, and it's quite silly actually. It's very, very outdated. It is this 1950s, 1970s mindset of let's suck up all the resources we can at the expense of everyone around us. And it's just crazy. And that's obviously not what we're looking to do as permaculturists, ecological designers. So this way of looking at things is heart-centered rather than ego-centered. The flies are out. It's really an authentic way of selling. It's a way of selling from your soul, being who you truly are in front of the people that you're selling to. And you might be thinking, well, how the hell do I do that? Because if I'm selling something, then it's not just me hanging out with somebody and having a regular conversation. And I invite you to open your mind to how can it be a very, very natural conversation to be selling to somebody, but feel so natural and engaged and happy to be with them. They're happy to be with you. You're enjoying maybe a nice walk around their property, maybe a nice cup of coffee at a local coffee shop, and talking about your families, and then also talking about how excited you two are to work together, how excited they are to pay you for the service, for your gifts that you offer. And if you're coming from a place where what you are offering is what you truly feel called to do in the world, you are already on the path to authentic sales. This is something I work with and clarify and specify about how this actually happens with my one-to-one clients. But it's totally available to anyone who decides to open themselves. And when we open ourselves up to the possibility and accept the fact that we are capable of and deserving of having this experience of selling authentically, then the messages, the events, the people start to come into our life, come into our mind, and we are inspired toward that vision that we hold. So keep holding the vision and you will get there surely. So your gifts will become your livelihood if you're selling authentically. And I invite you to look at, if you're feeling a disconnect in terms of feeling inauthentic or not quite yourself when you're thinking about sales, where's the disconnect now? How are you thinking about sales and in relation to your service and what you offer to the world, to your clients? Where is that disconnect happening? What are the thoughts around this that you have that are leading you to feel uncomfortable or like you have to force something to make sales, doing what you love to do and sharing your gifts with the world? That should never feel forced. It should always feel in the flow. And that is the most sustainable and approachable way to wake up every morning so excited to work on your business, just like me, I'm coming out here making videos for you guys, enjoying the F out of my life, and gonna write up a design proposal for a client later today. Got some connection calls going on. By the way, if you're interested in setting up a connection call, I'd love to learn more about you. It's not a sales call, just a chance to learn more about where you're at with your business and what resources are going to be most helpful for me to create here in the group, videos, activities, etc., that are going to really help move the needle for you. So reach out via PM or comment below if you're interested in that. The next one here, so beyond looking at that, where's the disconnect now, which is so important to get a baseline for the state of your money, business, sales, mindset, and energy right now. The next piece is approaching money and business from the excitement of what you're here to help with and not worrying about where the money comes from. Because if you are worrying about where money comes from, that's obviously going to put you on a completely different vibration. And the true way to abundance in life is focusing on how you can help, how you can connect with the patterns going on all around you, how you can fit in and find your niche. And just like the ferns on this beautiful limestone cliff across from me that I'm just so excited to see all green and thriving in the spring air, how can you find that place where the air is fresh and where you wake up every morning just absolutely jazzed about what you're doing and having that clear, inspired path forward that just pulls you forward? Rather than worrying about where the money's coming from, that's going to completely block you from having ideas about who to contact, who to reach out to. It's going to shift your energy from being excited and approachable and fun to be around to being kind of a low energy vibe that's not going to attract the people you want to work with. So if it doesn't feel good to you, that's your intuition saying, hey, something's going on. So take a deeper look at that and see what is going on. What are the thoughts that led up to that feeling? And how can you start to rewrite and reprogram those thoughts? Either with meditation, with a mantra such as, I am feeling so free and alive in my business because I am authentically selling my gifts. Something like that. It's whatever's coming up for you. Make some little mantra you can repeat to yourself around it. If it's something where you're feeling unsure about a sales conversation, you could say, I am so ecstatic to be selling this $5,000 design to my client, Andrea, who is so bursting at the seams to get started. And that's kind of a long mantra, but you get the gist. You're wanting to envision and manifest those experiences that you wish to see rather than the ones that you're afraid will happen if everything goes wrong. And we are very, very powerful beings as humans, and our thoughts truly magnetize things to us based on the energy that we put out, based on the behaviors that we exhibit in the people and places and other energies and beings around us. You know, it might sound a little woo-woo, but it's absolutely real. I have brought in tens of thousands of dollars to my business just by using mantras about being really ecstatic to receive a certain amount of money every month for providing my gifts to the world. And that's what's happening every day. So the third piece is doing the personal work behind the scenes that makes you glow and feel in tune with life. So before you get in front of the client, before you sit down to the computer, are you in that optimal place for you? Are you approaching this with the energy of excitement and joy and peace and prosperity in your life? And if you're not feeling that way, what's going to help? Maybe it's walking around your yard for 5 minutes, looking at how the garden's changed that day with a hot cup of tea in your hand, barefoot, and then going back in, feeling fresh, having taken some deep breaths of the fresh air outside. And now you're feeling ready. You're feeling more like yourself. You're plugging in with the rootedness of who you are. Doing that personal work, journaling out where you're finding resistance and blockages, and journaling about what you're looking forward to that day at the beginning of every day. Being appreciative, and there's a difference between gratitude and appreciation. Gratitude is a wonderful thing for events that have already happened. Appreciation expands the joy we have in the present moment, and then the future prepaves the way for us to appreciate even more because we're already in that state of mind of seeing everything around us as being so phenomenally wonderful. And the phenomena keep getting more and more potently positive around us when we are in that space of appreciation. So doing that personal work behind the scenes before you get in front of the computer, before you get in front of the camera, your clients, etc., and being in that space. I start every morning with a meditation, different types of visualization, might be working on just cleansing my own light body. There's a lot of different stuff that I enjoy doing, and that puts me on a really, really high wavelength to just flow through my day. So I invite you to look at that as well. Reach out via PM or comment below and let me know if you could type in practice in the comments, for example, if you'd like to hear more about that, and we can talk more. So in this video, we have talked about the heart-centered approach to selling authentically and allowing your true gifts to be your source of income in the world. And dissolving these money worries to reroute your financial destiny is so important, because it's that's the opposite energy that we want. We want to magnetize the experiences that we want toward us rather than repel them. And the importance of and types of personal work that really move the needle for you. Personal work and personal practice. So there's meditation, energy work, etc., but there's also personal practice of things like tracking your income. That which is measured and recorded improves. And I need to look that up and see who said that. It was somebody in the past. It was a very, very wise statement, because as I track my own income daily and see what's coming in, I notice when there's no money coming in for a few days or more, okay, there's something that I can shift in the way that I'm doing things to bring in more opportunities, to bring in, to enhance my ability to provide my gifts and my services to the world. Hope this was really helpful for you guys. It's been a wonderful place to sit and chat. This beautiful, I'll try to move slowly so I don't make you too dizzy, this beautiful waterfall at Fairy Falls. I just love this place. Have a wonderful week. Definitely let me know if you're interested in setting up a connection call, a half-hour call where we just get to learn about each other, and I learn what's going to help you the most as I'm creating these videos and activities in the Facebook group, The Professional Permaculture Designer. Take a deep breath, get outside for just a few minutes, get your bare feet on the ground, and realign with who you really are and what you're really here to do. It's going to go a long way, and your day's going to be a lot more productive if you spend 3 hours on a hike and then 1 hour working versus 4 hours feeling like a wreck or feeling less than optimal in front of your computer. Have a beautiful week, guys. All the best to you. Bye.